Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I always start LPs by saying welcome back. Welcome to the start of a new FTCR LP for this travesty, Sonic the Hedgehog, or as most people just refer to it, Lego Sonic. I'm FTA, and today we have Smoothie, Skylar, Miwa, Stefan, David, and special Patreon guest Adrian, the awesome one. And he is awesome because he gave us money that we did not deserve. So this game, Lego Sonic, I'm gonna start off the bat and say this is actually pretty fucking shit.
Green Hill Zone from SA2 looks a lot different than I remember.
And this is still better than Green Hill Zone from SA2.
Uh,
To be fair, it's not hard to be better than Green Hill and SA2. But just to get a quick heads up, who's played this?
I have.
I own it.
I own a copy too.
It was gifted to me one Christmas Eve.
So I'm gonna assume everyone's played it except Steven and Miwa.
Yeah, I sat right next to you while you were playing it, talking to Mike Pollock.
Oh yeah, and in a video that most people didn't see because my internet crapped out. Hooray!
Yay.
Platformania.
Platform Mania rip. But yeah, so this was. I was, kind of sucked into the nostalgia / appeal of this. I remember when it first came out, I was like, you know what? It's not bad. It's not that good, but it ain't that bad. But like, because it's been like over a year since this came out, and having to go back to play this to record, yeah, it's just not very good. Like the kind of basic control scheme that most of these Traveler's Tales Lego games have are not in any way, shape, or form designed for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just fucking bad.
No, it's terrible because like in the speed factor on top of it, they tried, but yeah, they were a long way from getting that perfect.
What makes this Lego Sonic? I see Sonic is Lego, but the environments are not?
Yeah, well, really, Steven, it's like the Lego movie is like the only Lego property where they made everything out of Lego. Most of the Traveler's Tales Lego games don't really adhere to that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically just like the thing, like the characters are Legos, and then like the enemies you fight are Legos, so that when you destroy them, then they turn into Lego pieces. That's basically really it. And then certain pieces that he died.
Sometimes you can build things.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you can build certain things, and then they're little Legos, and then they create certain things. But for the most part, yeah, it's all aesthetic, really.
This looks like it controls like shit.
It does.
Kind of does. It does.
The control is fucking terrible. Sonic is probably the worst character to play in Dimensions because every other character kind of sticks to a very kind of fairly. I haven't played every character, but of the kind of the main ones you can start off with. Sonic, just by his very nature, he's very different. He's a lot faster. He's a lot more agile. He actually has a lot more ways to attack than most Lego characters do. And I think the fact that they've tried to shoehorn in Sonic's playstyle to how the Lego games normally control, this game needed way more. It's a common complaint in most Sonic games. It needed way more fucking time.
Yeah, the main game for Lego Dimensions was not meant for Sonic. The level design was not meant for Sonic to move and jump and all that stuff.
I feel like if they had made a full like Lego Sonic the Hedgehog game, then they probably could have tweaked everything enough so that it would work. But yeah,
it was
the
still
regular the regular Lego gameplay is meant to be really slow paced, and Sonic they're trying to copy the fast pace of Sonic, so his controls are very slippery, and the level design are very simple, so they don't really fit.
This looks nice though.
Who did he say a long time no see to? There's no one in here.
He's talking to the birds.
Steven, these special stages are probably the best part of Lego Sonic, which anyone who's played the originals should know how fucking bad that is for this game.
Yeah, seriously.
when the Sonic 2 special stage is the best part of your fucking game.
It really is unfortunate too, because the rest of Lego Dimensions Sonic really nails everything else, but it's just that these controls do not work in Lego Dimensions. They have everything. Go ahead.
Well, I would say, aside from that, I would say the original music is pretty terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, the original music's not great. They're vague facsimiles of what they're basing themselves off of. But yeah, apart from that, and apart from the controls, everything else is wonderful. There's deep cut references, hashtag. There's plenty of nooks and grannies in the level. I think the level design is all right. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm just going off of vague
Did you
memories.
say nooks and grannies?
Sure, why not? You paid to be on here, so it can be nooks and grannies.
Yeah, the level design itself is pretty good for what it is.
I wouldn't say I say it's okay. I wouldn't say it's pretty good, but it's not terrible. I play, like there are actual Sonic games with worse design levels than this.
Like Sonic Forces.
I mean, pretty good for for essentially a DLC like hour-long story mode that they didn't have to do, but they decide to do. It's like, oh, they put a pretty decent amount of effort into this. It's just really the controls that are the biggest hindrance.
And it's like everything with the story. It's what I'm not the first person to say this, and I probably won't be the last. But like in terms of the story, it's everything that Generation should have been.
Yeah.
Like just
I
for
can
this
agree
sort
with
of
that.
jokes and franchise references. Like this is, I mean, obviously Generation's the fucking. So that first little pit, this section throws you into gameplay with no warning. If you have no idea what you're doing, like I didn't the first time playing, you will just fucking fall into that pit. It's absolute
That's
bollocks. It's fine, don't worry about it.
fair.
But yeah, so like it's just like it's a shame that again, as Stefan said, this kind of weird DLC spin-off title had more attention and like love. I mean, ultimately, the story in a Sonic game is something nobody should really give a fuck about. But like, no offense, David. No offense,
Go
David.
ahead.
The story
Go ahead.
means fucking shit.
And I mean, technically, this is the 25th anniversary game.
Oh yeah, because it came out.
Well, no. Well, Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with this Sonic Boom you speak of.
That game was good. Fuck you. Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice was a fun game.
Compared to the other Sonic Boom games, yes.
I you know what? I'll even slightly defend Shattered Crystal. And as Sky said, you gave us money, so you're okay, my friend. It's fine. if you were anyone else, I'd tell you to go fuck yourself. But I won't with you.
Just
So
didn't
it's
tell me
fine.
to go
It's
fuck
fine.
myself, Gareth. Don't make me special. Just
He
because I gave you
paid
money.
so that he
Don't
paid
tell
for
me to
the
go fuck
privilege.
myself, man. If that's how you really feel, I'd rather you tell me how you really feel.
We're shameless whores at FTCR. We can't be mad at you. You gave us money.
Oh, Sonic's a master builder!
Oh man,
Sonic better be in Lego Movie 2.
I
That's what I'm
hope
saying.
so.
And I'll say this part here. This happens to me every time I play this. I forget I have to re-put on the fucking car for it to appear here.
No, you're just gonna fly
That's
over
why,
the fucking
so
level. That's all you're gonna do.
you can't. No, you know what's weird? You can't. You can't take the tornado to where you need. You have to take the fucking car. There it is. There's the fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You
So,
fucking chill.
so one thing you're gonna notice is that this as with most of the stuff I record, this LP is gonna be really fucking bad from a gameplay perspective.
Well, it's a find the computer room video. What do you expect?
For three reasons. One, I'm sure you noticed a bit in Green Hill, my capture card cut out a little bit here and there, but
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered to go and re-record it. Two, I'm bad at the game / I forget when I need to like do something outside of the screen. And three, as we're gonna see later on, this DLC is actually pretty fucking glitchy.
So, question. I have a quick question.
Answer.
Did we just see the beta for Sonic Team Racing?
There it is.
We know you say that, so obviously Sonic comes with two vehicles, the Tornado, as we see, and the blue car. I believe it is based on his. That's some good gameplay. It is based on his All Stars Racing transformed car.
Yeah.
Why use a car when you have a plane?
Isn't this great?
You made it. Where'd Tails
You
go?
made it.
By means of bullshit.
So also, as we're hearing now, we are hearing Azure Blue World, one of my favorite tracks from SA1. What's really jarring is the kind of mixture of like officially licensed Sonic tracks, and I guess the kind of like I actually hear it now. This kind of like weird main theme they made for this game. It's just like for everyone who insulted the Sonic 4 soundtrack listens to this, go fucking apologize to Jun Tsunoi. Because like this soundtrack is fucking like the original music is so fucking bad. I don't understand because later on when we get to Labyrinth,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's
Magical.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. So later on, one of the levels is Labyrinth from Sonic 1, but they play Lost Labyrinth's theme from Sonic 4. So part of me is like, why? I don't understand why they didn't just use all of the Sonic 4 tracks, because literally they could have used Splash Hill for Green Hill. They could have used Mad Gear for Metropolis. So like all of the Sonic 4 tracks would have worked in context for this, and it would have sounded better to me.
Almost definitely. I remember when I first played this, I was thinking like when I hit Labyrinth Zone, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, wait, there's an actual Sonic 4 track here. Why the hell is everything else like supposed to be original or something like that when they could have just taken it from the different soundtracks?
The only reason I can think of is that they didn't want to overload with just music from just one game. But then again, you could also say, like, oh, why don't you take other Sonic tracks and put it over it? Like, you could have put something else over Green Hill.
Well, you could have played Green Hills from Sonic 2 Game Gear.
Nobody remembers that game.
Yeah.
Gear games, LOL.
LOL.
What are you talking about? You're
Oh, actually, no. This is Traveler's Tale, so they actually care about They actually care about those games.
No, Green Hills from Sonic 2 Game Gear is fucking awesome, man.
Play Mecha Green Hills from Sonic Chaos.
Oh man.
Which has zero steam.
Skylar, we couldn't have done that because then, it would have stepped on the toes of those fans remaking it 2 years in the future.
Oh, you're right.
go for that.
I'm glad they had the foresight to avoid that.
Well, Skylar, obviously I'm gonna, I am gonna say this right off the bat. I do not show off Big Fishing Adventure 4, but of course this game does reference David's terrible fucking fan game that will never come out.
Yeah. I mean, wait. I'll agree with
It
terrible,
does?
but what do you mean it'll never come out?
Oh, please, read the fact again.
And I agree with never will come out, but what do you mean terrible?
I mean, no, it's a fantastic game, but it's getting a limited release in the Ukraine and the Philippines. So,
You
I mean,
played,
if
you let's played the demo, and you called us genius bastards. You can't take that back.
Yeah, but Skylar, I'm not sure if this is too much of a spoiler, and if it is, I will edit it out. But the final game features my voice, so it's going to be fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, it does.
That's
I mean, unless
true.
we replace you in casting.
Look at Sonic's little car and plane.
What's that, Steven? What was that?
Look at Sonic's little car and plane. Just
They follow you everywhere.
So, as to go back to something we said, like the level design itself isn't that bad. All of the bosses are fucking terrible.
Yeah. Most
In this, I mean, this one is probably the best of a bad bunch, but it's just so fucking. They're all just so fucking boring.
Wait, Gareth. Quick, are you gonna pull off that glitch like you did with the stream, where you had the Sonic Blue head and a supersonic body?
No, no. But thank you for bringing that up. So I had actually, again, to plug our Patreon, patreon.com/FTCR. When I recorded this footage, I did it on a Patreon stream, as we do when we record footage sometimes. That footage actually got corrupted, and so I had to actually re-record the whole LP again. Although you know what, I do have raw footage of the Supersonic with Sonic's body that I will splice in for 10 seconds now as I die.
Wow, that was some great footage.
Nobody in the call saw the footage I'm referring to, but you at home did, and that's all that matters.
Oh, I was there during that stream. I saw it.
See, Adrian, that's why you're the awesome one.
That just sounds hilarious. That sounds literally like Legos.
Oh
is that
my
you just
God.
Because you just put his head on it and you put the thing. Now, if only you could do that in real life. If only we had a supersonic Lego.
They're trying to do that.
What happened was I was supersonic and I died, and when he came back, he kept his yellow body, but his blue head came
Yeah,
back.
that was during the Death Egg robot fight.
Yep.
I wish they made more like Lego Sonic figures, because the actual Lego Sonic, his car, and the tornado are actually really
Whoa! what the
good.
fuck happened there?
Whoopsie-daisy.
Good job,
he
Gareth.
sent you into the shadow dimension.
The only thing that is kind of weird is that the ring you get, they've confirmed it's a toilet seat. It's a Lego toilet seat painted yellow. It's not even certain. Like, you couldn't have given us an actual circular shape for a ring. But aside from that, like, I mean, part of the reason why I wanted to get this was to get the Lego, because it is, it's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet.
Gareth, you just gave some small-time YouTuber ammo against Sonic. I hope you realize
What do you
that.
mean?
Oh,
Oh,
in
the
LEGO
toilet seat?
Dimensions, he collects toilet seats. That sure is a great metaphor for Sonic.
Lego would just try to Lego can't stand Sonic, but the fans wanted it, so that was
Oh.
Lego's official way of getting back at the Hedgehog by giving him a toilet seat. This is where all your games belong, down the fucking toilet.
It took Traveler's Tales to make a DLC add-on in order for us to get an actual somewhat 3D Sonic game.
So that's why the controls are shit.
Oh.
there it is
Stefan, there's been 3D Sonic games. Do you mean a more recent one?
Well, I just mean in the sense that, like, Lost World had the whole what do you call it? Like the circular cylinder design, and Forces was of course mostly just straight lines. So to see this one, like, you can move in circle, you actually move in 3D, and then you have the whole Sonic world, which is just one big 3D world that you can explore. It's like, oh hey, 3D Sonic, I missed that.
Well, yeah, but I think the Sonic world shows that maybe why Sonic should not be in full 3D, because that is it's horrendous to play.
Well, if you fix the control, like if you made it, like, say, closer to SA1.
It's the Silver Sonic!
I love his animation.
I love the chili dog symbol, although you know what?
I never noticed that.
So the name we're gonna see, this thing is called RoboSonic, and so the Metal Sonic Twitter account, they refer to this as Megasonic. No.
Well,
Your stories are hilarious, and I enjoyed Shadow. Going to hell, but no, this thing
well,
is
no.
called
Here's the
RoboSonic.
thing.
No.
Here's the thing. Now, if you look like at
Oh,
the
God, here
original
we go.
concept
I
art
shouldn't have
for
said
Sonic the
anything.
Hedgehog 2, you look in the Sonic Jam guide for Sonic 2 as well. In Japan, he is referenced as Mecha Sonic. That was his original Japanese name by the creators of Sonic 2. Now,
Like
in
Hydro
the West,
City.
of course, he went by
Ted.
like Silver Sonic. There was a trading card that called him Bionic Sonic. But then for whatever
Bionic Sonic?
Yeah. Those,
Bionicle
those
Sonic?
trading cards from Topps that came out in the 90s. But for whatever reason, when this game came out, they officially changed his name to, what was it, RoboSonic?
Yes, which I'm not sure, because I guess technically officially,
Right.
the Silver Sonic from the Game Gear version, the one that had a cameo
Yeah.
in Mania, that is officially called Silver Sonic. So I guess, and because the one from 3 and K has been officially called Mega Sonic, I just want to say, people who have played this, take a look at his health bar. This takes
Yeah, that.
this takes 4 times as long, because for some reason the game is not properly damaging Eggman as much as it should.
Because they
Like,
want
Egg-
us to explain things more.
What?
That's
Why is it going so
That's
slow?
really weird. I've never
So
seen
it's
that
like
before.
at this point, RoboSonic should be defeated.
Right. Well,
But it's gonna take me about double the amount of hits for everyone.
All right, David.
To kill this
David, we
bastard.
have time while we wait for this fight. Tell us about your phone call.
what?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, first, before I talk about my phone call, I did want to point out that we missed the Fatty Lobotnik reference earlier, which was one of the original pitched westernized names for Robotnik, which Dean Sitton had thrown out, because it was like Dr. X, Fatty Lobotnik, Dr. Robotnik. So that was reference, that was mentioned. That's vintage deep cut right there in Lego
Wait,
Dimensions.
what was the line in Dimensions? Because I don't even.
It was in the boss when we were talking about whatever we were talking about 5 minutes ago. I don't remember.
Where you say like Baldy McNose hair, and it started doing all.
No,
those
it was
insults?
before Baldy McNose hair. It was when you were still in the last boss fight. Sonic calls him Fatty Lobotnik, which is
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
unused names for Dr. Robotnik.
Really?
Because they couldn't dare call him Dr. Eggman in the West. But yeah. So Fatty Lobotnik was one of the pitch names that Dean Sitton threw out there, and he's the one that came up with like a bunch of the bad nicknames. Dr. Robotnik, like and he also came up with the name Quackshot, which isn't Sonic, but it is a Genesis game, so deal with it. Anyway,
I love Quackshot. I love Quackshot. That was a good game.
Yeah.
NBM does.
But yeah, I guess the reason they differentiate is because since the S3 and K1 is known as Mechasonic more, they want them to be different. Even though I like the fact that they're both called Mechasonic. I enjoy it. Whatever.
I don't. It's confusing.
RoboSonic, why won't you die?
He's Silver Sonic. He'll always be Silver
It could just
Sonic.
be Mark 1 and Mark 2. How hard is that? Not hard. Whatever. Anyway.
About as hard as this boss, and by hard I mean it's just painfully boring.
Gareth, you are not allowed to insult anyone's gameplay ever again. And also, why didn't you edit a lot of this out? Fast forward.
Right, because we got to talk about my phone call.
You know why? Because Stephen, we knew David would be here.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
This gives him time to talk.
okay.
This gives him time to talk about the law.
So about an hour before we started to record, I was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I should go get food." So I went to Arby's, and I got some coupons in the mail. Oh man, gotta rest his legs. Okay, so right, so I went.
See, Stephen, would you have wanted me to edit that out? I don't think so.
No,
Oh, he
just
turned
keep
him
that
off.
part in. Oh no, he's.
And now
See,
he dies.
The car defeated
And
him.
now there's Mechasonic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
it's the
Super
boy.
Mario Brothers Z.
Wow.
Now that's a deep cut reference.
Yes, Stefan, that is a deep cut reference to one of the most popular YouTube series of all time. Okay.
And it's dead. And it's dead.
Okay, see now, finally, see, that is how much each hit should take
Yeah,
out.
that the health bar's
Okay.
finally going down as it should.
All right, hurry and tell us about Arby's.
Uh-oh.
He's up to something.
Whoa. Okay. So before, so I went to Arby's. Okay, because I got 2 for $5 classic roast beef and cheddar. I got the jalapeno things. I was like, oh yeah. So I was driving home, and my brake line decided to break, and yeah. So I was hitting the brake. Then suddenly I wasn't slowing down, so I had to like slide into a different lane. I almost hit someone, but I was able to not. But I got very upset because I lost all my jalapeno poppers. They all fell on the floor. I wanted to eat those.
Ripping pepperoni.
Yeah. Oh man, so now I gotta go take it in. I gotta get it fixed. But yeah, so somebody called just because I was like, hey, remember that time my brakes went out?
Okay, so Stephen, after that story David just told, I apologize for keeping in all this footage.
Wait, Metal Sonic's here now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's,
all the see, this is something. It's such a cool idea. All of the robotic Sonics in one fight.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that it's the same thing over and over again, and it's a pretty boring boss fight.
I don't like that Silver Sonic from. Don't even start. I know what you're about. I know what joke. I knew. I could hear you thinking about it, Gareth.
Are you implying that we have a repertoire, a backlog?
Steven, which Super Sonic are you talking about, Steven? the one from the Mega Drive or the one from the Game Gear?
Are you
'Cause
saying
that's
we
my
have
favorite
go-to
Silver
jokes?
Sonic.
there's so many
Yeah.
different ones.
Why? But okay, why is Silver Sonic from both Sonic 2s? Why does he look so different and yet they're called the same thing?
Well, again, I think at that point it was just a thing where they didn't really give a shit, because again, I think in the West none of them were, aside from Metal Sonic, I don't think any of them were officially named in their games. So at this point, also sorry Steven to interrupt, but at this point, look, Eggman has no health bar.
Oh yeah.
He should be dead at this point, but again, it's another glitch. It's another glitch in this boss fight. He should be dead, but he's not. But I think it's just a case of, at the time, like Sega, didn't officially like name these things, and so just now, retroactively, they've started to kind of officially name all their dumb characters.
I keep being reminded of Austin Powers in the line, "Why won't you die?"
Oh, he actually killed Metal Sonic. That shows why this isn't the real Metal Sonic.
Oh good.
Well, right. Well, he did say, "Oh, it's a Joanna."
I love the Mega Drive Genesis reference right there.
Crazy Taxi.
Hey! Oh, Piano, it's Rhythm Thief.
Hey, I think that's the end. Oh, and then we're gonna get our
Ooh. Look at-
foreshadowing of the God of Destruction. With
Beerus?
that,
Oh,
thank
it's
you-
Shadow.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for part 1. Please join us in a few days or next week or whenever I upload part 2 with part 2. Okay, bye.
Thank fucking Christ.